this up with the scoreboard. The scoreboard has Soerens in the lead in this overall decathlon by my computer. No, it's because they have not put in the javelin throw scores into the computer system. So before that, Jamerson was on top of Soerens. Now they've flip-flopped. So Soerens of Princeton has the lead on Jamerson in the decathlon overall. So if it comes down to these two men at the end of this 1500, we can probably pencil in that school maybe as the winner. This might be for all the marbles, as they say. After I sign off, along with Bill in this broadcast, we'll still be streaming live on the Ivy League Digital Network, the awards ceremonies. Don't go anywhere after Bill and I sign off after this men's decathlon 1500. Cornell has a 2-point lead on Princeton overall in the men's team rankings. Almost as close as you can get. Of course, a half point would be the closest. That is Rhodes for Brown, who is out in front of the pack. Cornell with a 2-point lead overall on Princeton, but in this decathlon 1500, you have Princeton in second and third. That being said, though, it's an overall scoring here. So we might have to just kind of wait until after this event ends to see the final tally, and really whoever finishes higher in the decathlon is probably going to win it for their team. Without a doubt, getting confirmation. I won't put a name to it. I'll just getting confirmation from the source. Well, it didn't happen this way at the indoor track and field championship. We kind of knew before the final couple events occurred. This is Soerens making a bit of a push, trying to take first and maybe take home the overall decathlon. They finish up the decathlon 1500. Soerens wins this, and gotta think with that, although Jamerson finishes third, and the way Princeton is celebrating, you have to think that they know something. More than me. I think the Princeton finish of Soerens at the top, and even had Oslin finish in 6th in this 1500, may be the difference. But amazingly, we went back and forth in the last few events. Princeton was in the lead, Cornell, Princeton, Cornell. We entered this with Cornell up by 2, but against the overall decathlon, not just these events, not just this event, All goes in total, and it looks like Princeton, by virtue of winning the decathlon overall, is going to win the outdoor championship overall. As Princeton is celebrating here what looks to be an outdoor track and field championship, let's go down to Bill Spalding on the field.
Well, Scott, it's been some kind of day here at Franklin Field. Couldn't ask for a closer finish in the men's overall event here at the heptagonal. How about that decathlon being the finish? A lot of pressure on these decathlon guys that generally finish earlier in the day. And at the end of a 10-event, 2-day competition, it all came down to the decathlon with Princeton coming through, re-establishing first place after the Cornell win last year. Those two teams just always do battle, but it shows you that every single event matters and every single position of depth matters. If you can get 1 or 2 points in an event, it can come down to be the difference. And Princeton, as we talked about at the beginning of the day, is just the deepest team. They had a lot of 3rd, 4th, 5th place finishes. They got them the points they needed to get where they were looking to go, and they also had a couple highlighted performances for people winning overall, including John Hill at the 100, which is one of the highlights of the day. Just an outstanding all-around day. We saw some great individual runners on both sides. We saw an Ivy record set by Cornell early in the day in the 4x100 relay. So it was an outstanding day here, and you couldn't ask for a much better finish in the Ivy Heps.
All right, thank you, Bill. He said it all right there. As Princeton will be your 2015 outdoor track and field champions, getting back on top after Cornell had won last year. Princeton also sweeping in terms of indoor-outdoor track and field championships, as the same can be said for the Harvard women. Harvard women went back-to-back outdoor championships for the first time in program history, and also with winning the indoor and now winning the outdoor, a sweep of the 2015 track and field season. Well, we had a very fun time bringing you the live coverage of the 2015 Ivy League Track and Field Championships. Don't go anywhere, though. The awards ceremonies will continue to broadcast live here on the Ivy League Digital Network. But for Bill Spalding and myself, Scott Sudikoff, we've had a very fun going on 5 hours. We'll call it 4.5 hours of live coverage of this event. So glad you'll be with us on the Ivy League Digital Network. So for Bill and our entire crew here, I'm Scott Sudikoff, signing off from the voiceover, the broadcast part of it, the play-by-play part of it. But again, keep it tuned here. The awards ceremony is to follow live on the Ivy League Digital Network.